AYO, it's Daeni. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the fact that I did do what I said I was going to do. The last video I told you I upgraded the Glock's red dot. We got the Hollow Sun SCS, if I'm correct, right? Y'all seen it? I showed you, and I was like, I mean, it looks good, but it's not zeroed, so I can't really use it yet. To add injury to insult, we did this. We got this Hollow Sun on it, right? That's beautiful. Now I said that I was gonna put a light here. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get a regular flashlight, carry it in my pocket, because I remember the story about how they were out in the streets. It was dark, and they needed a light, and they didn't have a flashlight. You know, independent float-in flashlight, and then they use their gun light as a flashlight. And that might be seen wrong. You know, the wrong person the wrong officer, law enforcement comes, and they see me walking around a car at night with my firearm, you know, in the low ready, talking about I'm looking for something on the ground. I just think that it'll be perceived wrongly or incorrectly. So I wouldn't even want to play with that kind of theory. So I'm just going to get a flashlight that I can free float, figure out techniques that I can use with the flashlight to to use it effectively. And in certain scenarios, like if I'm in the woods or something like that, then and only then would I really think about, you know, mounting a flashlight to the actual firearm so that I can use it, you know. But I'm gonna get a flashlight independent of the actual pistol because, you know, I really don't need it. Not for my everyday carry. Yeah, and then some of my everyday carries, like in the summertime, I don't really carry one anyway. The frame doesn't even allow you to. Can't even see it because the frame doesn't really allow you to do that. So there's that. You know the funny story though, now that we brought that up, I can't even use the Smith & Wesson anymore because I changed it from this Hollow Sun, wherever it is. So as you know, before we had this Hollow Sun, what is this? We had this one up before, but then I got the 5.7. We got the 5.7. We're gonna take this Hollow Sun, put it on that because I want a direct mount on the front on the slide of the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. So Vortex was an option, Shield was an option. I don't really like for the Shield one. I think it's really expensive, and I never actually shot one myself. So this is just based off of other people's opinions. So, but too many people's opinions, it's like it's just overpriced, and you're really not getting a good value for what you're getting. No offense, Shield is just what was set out there. Even when I was looking for it to buy, you know, it's really hard to come across unless you're going to order it from the internet. So I didn't want to really do all that, and I wanted it right away. When I went to the academy, they had the Vortex. They had this Vortex slide, so I just felt like, you know, it was worked out for me, and so I bought it, put it on. Look at that. You see that? That's what I'm trying to say. It does the direct mount. So because it's directly mounted, you can use the iron sights, and the iron sights on the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus is pretty good. You know, it's a Terrenium already. I don't gotta buy that, so, and I wouldn't have to upgrade these to the suppressor heights. It's just a better value for me to purchase this and put it on a firearm instead of trying to, you know, reinvent the wheel. Now, a couple of things I don't like about this Vortex, I'll tell you in a later date, but it's not unbearable. There's a couple things I don't like about it, but I'll share that with you at another day. Let me put this together so that I don't, like, you know, misplace it later on. But can't carry this because it doesn't have, it's not zeroed. Is there anyone out there that carries red dots that aren't zeroed? I mean, tell me, because I mean, that sounds kind of crazy. Aren't you concerned the least bit that you might send this bullet down range and it might not hit your intended target? Because in 7 yards, 10 yards, okay, you might get a body shot, but 15, well, I'll say 5.7, you might get a body shot. 10 yards, 15 yards, you kind of praying that, you're spraying and praying. You're hoping that the target is going to get hit with your round. Because of that situation that occurred, I've been forced to carry my hyper because it's not, I'm kidding. I've been forced to carry this Smith & Wesson, what is this, the 9? Yeah, the M&P 9 You already know what that looked like. We back to that regular ignition. Nothing fancy. One of my favorite firearms, to be honest with you. Nothing too fancy about this. Beautiful firearm. I'm gonna take it to the range. Probably bring it to through his paces. Actually, I'm probably not gonna do that because, like I told you, I need to get the green dot. I mean the Glock sighted in the. I gotta get it zeroed. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I gotta get it zeroed. I don't know why I'm saying that. So I gotta take that gun to the range, zero that, zero the Smith and Wesson for next season. But until I do that, I've been carrying my M&P 9, and it's a fun carry. I like carrying that. You know, pretty good, really good gun. But I did all this investment for my new one to carry. Can't even use it. What I was originally gonna get was the M&P 9 with the optics ready M&P 9, but couldn't find it in stores, and ordering it online just wasn't really convenient at the time. Did I have one come in? No, I don't think so. I have other stuff coming, but I don't think so. But I might end up still getting it, but maybe next year, because gun season is over, really. Gun shopping season for me, that is. It's over, so no more pistols. Maybe some long guns, but I can't really purchase a pistol unless I really want it. So, we kind of went crazy. Not really, but we invested a lot of money in the pistols this year. Well, this past gun season. And, man. But the good thing about that, upgrading the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, is that with the Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7, I can use that 407K on that particular firearm, and it will it'll be mounted directly on the frame. The only issue I have with that is the sights are still a little bit too low, so you can't co-witness the red dot with the firearm iron sights. But there's nothing really too special about the iron sights on the M&P 5.7. I might end up upgrading that for something like a suppressor height. Yeah, so that I could actually just co-witness it in the event the battery dies. Hollow Sun never really gave me that problem, and that weapon isn't really like a everyday carry for me anyway. So I don't think that I'm gonna have too many. I'm not like leaving it in its current configuration. I'm not gonna be pressed to change it or update it too soon, but that is something that I have to think about when it comes to this functionality of the firearm. So with that said, we're going to leave that there. I'm just updating you on what's really going on with my intentions for my my Glock, and what's going on with the Smith & Wesson Shield M&P Shield 9 Plus. I can't even use that. So if your train of thought was like, oh, well, you could just carry your Shield Plus. Nope, can't do that either. None of these dots are actually sighted in, so none of them are zeroed. So now we're just carrying our Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Really big winter carry. It's not that hot down here, so the other day I had the Shield, the Bodyguard. I had the Bodyguard, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty entertaining. Anyway, so that's that. We can't use these. They're done. Okay. Can't even use this, so we are back to using this. We're back to using this. I'm not sad about it, but I gotta take it to the range though. Woo! Yeah, the Smith & Wesson's grips are just, for me personally, they're just so good. They're just so good. I mean, it feels like you could just shoot this all day. Nice. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching this video. Just to let you know, again, we're not doing a flashlight anymore. We're just going to get a regular flashlight. like a nice beefy sturdy flashlight you carry in your pocket. And then we're gonna do the holster. Still don't know what kind of holster to get, but when the opportunity presents itself, I will then get one. I will then know, and then we'll be in a better place. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about what knives. Well, it seems to me that we're going to be carrying a Rift, so tomorrow we're going to talk about that. Close that out. I still got to post the watches. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna do that today, and then we're gonna just keep it moving. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and yeah. So make sure you subscribe, tap the like button. All right, one.